If I was to call Jimmy Savile a nonce, would that be a criminal offence?
Well, that depends on the circumstances of calling him it. Not calling him it isn't the offence in itself, does it? It would depend on the circumstances.
So if I said right now Jimmy Savile's a nonce, would that get me arrested?
Not right now, no.
But if I did it, where would it get me arrested?
Well, like I say, it depends on the circumstances.
So you would arrest me if I called Jimmy Savile a nonce?
In some circumstances, but not all circumstances.
Why is that though?
Well, it depends if it falls under the Public Order Act, isn't it?
Really?
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to know before I have to go?
No, I just wanted to know how you feel about, obviously, there's a lot of, paedophiles who are in the government, and if I'm not allowed to call them nonces, I don't understand how it works. So I could be arrested for calling Jimmy Savile a nonce, serious?
In some circumstances you could, yeah, mate.
Nah. You've let me down. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. We're here in Hartlepool, outside Cleveland Police Station. I hope you guys are doing well. Before we get into this video, please do me a favor right now. Let's try and get to 1,000 likes in 24 hours, guys. Everybody right now, pause this video and smash that like button. Help me out. I'd appreciate it. I really would. But like I say, we're going to get into this video. We're here outside Cleveland Police Station, and we're going to start by asking police officers, what do they think of Jimmy Savile, and is it okay to call him a nonce, or would I be arrested? We're going to ask him, because I don't know what the take is on that. So we're going to go into that. But guys, seriously, smash that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let's get into it. Let's go. Yeah, officer. How's your day? Your PCSO? How do you find being a PCSO? Good. You enjoy it? Good. That's what we need. Are you?
Different things to do, you know.
Yeah.
No 2 days are ever the same.
Are you working hard? Are you a PCSO as well?
No, not.
So PCs and PCSOs work together now?
Yeah, we're always on.
All right. What's the point of a PCSO then if you do the same job?
We work together.
Ah.
We do the same job.
Do you catch the criminals? Is that your job?
See you later, mate. Have a good one.
7985. Yeah. Cheers, mate. So it looks like what's the point of PCSOs? What is the point? It's pointless, isn't it? Really? It's real pointless. Anyway, we're here outside Hartley Police Station. The old gates. Oh, the police like here, pal.
Yeah, mate.
What are the police like here?
Please, depends. Didn't bother them, didn't bother you.
They just let you get on with it.
No.
Do they just let you get on with it?
No.
Do they?
Depending on what you're doing.
I mean, are they bullies? That's what I'm kind of asking. Are they like bullies? Do they treat people like your old scum?
No.
You don't have any dealings with them?
If you just walk along the street with a can,
Yeah.
they'll let you go.
Do they let you go?
Didn't bother me. I've 17 years I've gone across here. I used to have signs up here.
Yeah.
£2,500 fine
Wow.
for drinking a can on the street.
No way.
They walk past me, they talk, they make everything. Fucking.
They just let you get on with it?
If you're not bothering me, cunt, they didn't bother you. As people say, the Morrisons there.
Yeah,
Having
yeah.
a few cans. I was talking to a cop, I was talking to a homeless lad. I was sitting there having a
Oh, that's fair enough, isn't it? Hey, that's good. Good response.
As long as you didn't bother anybody.
They just let you get on with it, do they? Fair enough, mate. That's actually good. You know, I usually go to different cities, yeah.
The pod thing.
Yeah, just doing a pod, yeah, you know, like a video kind of thing. I just wanted to know really what the police like, because it seems like a lot of police stations and police officers up and down the country have got a problem with the members of public, and they have this persona as if they're like above us. You know what I mean? Like they think that they can control us and do whatever they want, and that's kind of like, for me, it's like highlighting that and putting it to the forefront and letting the public decide if that's fair or not. You know? Do you understand what I mean?
Well,
Because
the voice like the horse.
Hey, it's all right.
No, no.
They seem all right.
Wasn't bother.
They just let you get on with it.
No,
Well, that's good, mate. That's a good. That's how we want them. You know what I mean? And to be fair, I've just spoke to a couple of officers there. They seem all right.
Aye.
So I'm not judging them. You know what I mean? And If you've ever needed the police in the past, have they been to you like pretty pronto?
Fine.
Yeah, I'll go and catch up with these.
There you go.
Cheers. Officer, how you doing? I'm just wondering, what's the crime like round here?
Crime?
Yeah.
Right.
Is it not as bad as most places? Is it under control?
It depends what you're comparing to, doesn't it?
If I was to call Jimmy Savile a nonce, would that be a criminal offence?
Well, that depends on the circumstances of calling him it. Not calling him it isn't the offence in itself, does it? It would depend on the circumstances.
So if I said right now Jimmy Savile's a nonce, would that get me arrested?
Not right now, no.
But if I did it, where would it get me arrested?
Well, like I say, it depends on the circumstances.
So you would arrest me if I called Jimmy Savile a nonce?
In some circumstances, but not all circumstances.
Why is that though?
Well, it depends if it falls under the Public Order Act, isn't it?
Really?
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to know before I have to go?
No, I just wanted to know how you feel about, obviously, there's a lot of, paedophiles who are in the government, and if I'm not allowed to call them nonces, I don't understand how it works.
Well,
So I could be arrested for calling Jimmy Savile a nonce, serious?
in some circumstances, you could, yeah, mate.
Nah. You've let me down. So, as we've just heard there from that officer, I could be arrested for calling Jimmy Savile a nonce. Why is that? Who's the victim there then? It's a crazy one, that, if you think about it, isn't it? And this is what I would advise everybody to start doing. Start asking police officers what your rights are, because it seems like we don't know our rights anymore, you know? If someone is a nonce, we should be able to call them it. You know what I'm saying? Hey officer, you alright? Make us a cup of tea. Go on. Make us a brew. You won't make me one. Make me a brew. Go on. Alright, cheers. How's it going, sir? You alright? How's your day? Pardon? I can't hear you. You having a good day, yeah? Can I ask you a question? Let me ask you one. I don't want to shout it. Right, sir. How's it going? You having a good day, yeah? Listen, the reason I'm here is to ask police officers, is calling Jimmy Savile a nonce an arrestable offence? I don't know. Do you see what I mean? It's a question, isn't it? It's a good question, though, isn't it? I don't want to be arrested if I say it, that's all. I won't be arrested. You know what, sir? Yes, are you DC? Thank you very much, mate. Keep it up. Cheers, mate. Thanks. So one officer says I can be arrested, the other officer says I can't. So yeah. Great response so far, not bad. But anyway, yeah. Crazy times. Hey, yeah. Yeah, I'm doing a video inside the police station and outside the police station and around where all the cars are. Alright, I just thought I'd give you an heads up. I just don't want you to think I'm going to be breaking in or whatever. Alright, cheers. Thanks. Pardon? No, but you can give me a copy of PACE if you've got one, please.
It's just we like to put everybody who comes in on our football system.
You can let me in. If I give you my name, am I allowed in?
No, your football is into the inquiry desk. It's just so we can monitor how many people come in and what they come in for.
Right, yeah, I'm not going to give that.
All right, then that's fine.
Thanks. Cheers. So as you can see, this is the station here. It's got TV up on the wall. Reception. Now then, guys, as you can see here, there is a poster, disability hate, report it. Okay, let me break it down what you must report. If a person sees that someone has a disability or is vulnerable and they choose to hurt, upset or damage them or their property, they're committing a hate crime. Now, when I do that Larry voice, who am I causing trouble for? Who am I hating? There is nobody I'm looking at and hating. However, there is an individual who I've shared their video on Discord of them absolutely upsetting a person who's disabled and calling her Buzz Lightyear. That is hate crime. My voice, when I do it, is not. Why? Because it is not aimed at somebody. When you're physically pointing the finger at a disabled person and hating on them, then it falls under the hate crime. So, you know you are, I've done your little videos, enjoy. But the reality is, I am not doing my voice of anybody. It is not aimed at anybody. It is just a voice I do. However, that individual, another individual who has done a video of a disabled woman who's got a face deformity, he has called her Buzz Lightyear. The irony of some of these haters is unbelievable. It's absolutely disgusting. I've shared it in my Discord group and I put the link in the description. You can check it out. Was it you I spoke to just before? I just got one quick question, that's all. Right, so we know that there's obviously been celebrities who have been convicted of crimes which shouldn't have been done, like Rolf Harris, Jimmy Savile. If I was to call Jimmy Savile a nonce, would I be arrested?
You wouldn't be arrested by me, no.
That's a good officer. No, but you see what I mean? Because I'm confused to, you know, you talk about like public order and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm sitting there thinking, right, okay, if it's a public order, does it matter if someone gets offended? Is that kind of where the category it goes under?
Yeah, yeah.
So, could I be offended by someone's T-shirt, for instance, if it said, you know, Black Sabbath, you know, and I didn't like one of their band members?
No, it's got to be offensive. It's got to be deemed to be like offensive.
Okay, so if I was so Jimmy Savile a nonce, could that be deemed to be offensive?
Well, it could be.
Yeah.
You couldn't
No.
That way, yeah.
Yeah, it's just, obviously I'm not going to go on a habit going around saying it, but I think there needs to be clarity in the community because not many people know what they can and can't say. And if you've been convicted of something, is that not a name I'm allowed to call them? Like a murderer? I'm allowed to call someone a murderer if they've been done for murdered?
I've never experienced any confusion with like what you're saying.
So would I not be arrested then if I called Jimmy Savile a nonce in town?
Well, it depends on the circumstances of it all, doesn't it?
You see why the confusion?
Yeah, absolutely. The laws are open to interpretation, isn't it?
Yeah, but it needs to really be clear. I thought the law was meant to be so clear, in fact, that we know what's right and wrong.
But how would they make that clear?
Well, that's it. So it really should be no then. The answer should be no. Because if there's any, you know, if the law is up to your interpretation, it's never going to become clear. And that's where I think what's going wrong in the country, because right's wrong in my eyes. The law is the law.
Yeah.
If I break the law, then I broke the law. There's no ifs or buts. You get my point? I'm just trying to make it clear, because if I was to say that on a night out, yeah, Jimmy Savile, could a police officer arrest me for using bad language?
It's highly unlikely if you said that within earshot of a police officer that you'd get arrested.
In public?
Yeah, highly unlikely.
And if I was, how was that fair?
Well, I don't know. I'm saying it's highly unlikely that you would be.
But like you say, it's got to be so clear. We know if I smash that window, it's criminal damage. That's clear. Yeah. Boom. But saying Jimmy Savile is a nonce, I could be arrested. It's not clear that I could. The word "could" should not be there. It should be yes or no.
It's highly unlikely.
But do you see what I'm trying to say here?
All right,
So yeah, I'm just having a chat about. We're just chatting about how clarity in.
He's talking about Jimmy Savile.
Yeah.
If he called Jimmy Savile a nonce, would he be arrested?
Right.
Just a question.
YouTube videos, good.
No, but it's not. No, but it needs to be clear. The law needs to be clear, and this is why a lot of people are getting locked up, because they don't necessarily know the law.
They're not getting locked up because they call Jimmy Savile a nonce.
No, but hate speech, free speech, all that stuff. There's a, you know, the way the world's going now. If you said to me, "Hey, sir," I could take that offence, right? Because I might be a woman.
Yeah, but a court of law is never going to uphold that, is it? Because it's
Why?
not grossly offensive, is it?
Well, some people may find that.
Well, yeah, but it's not going to. You'd never get arrested for saying, "Oh, hello, sir."
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, and I hope people see that, because I'm on your side with that. Like, I don't want people to get like that, but it is going like that. Some people want to label themselves as unicorns, right? Mm-hmm. When they get arrested, no, I'm not a he or she, I'm a unicorn. Like, what would you put down as that? Other?
Well, there isn't an other category.
I'd like to see cameras when someone comes in and says I'm a unicorn, and you have to take it, otherwise
I've never experienced that.
But it's getting that way, right? You're seeing on GMTV this morning. You're seeing all these people coming on and saying, "Look, I'm a unicorn. Yeah, I don't want to be labelled anything else." Good morning, Britain. Same. I'm just saying, where do you see this going? Like, how can we physically move on with society if everything's so open to interpretation?
Well, as a police officer, it's not part of anything I consider.
Whether
someone's male, female, or unicorn, it's not a problem I encounter.
Is it not a problem? So but it is going that way, right?
But what's that got to do with the police?
Well, because if I said to someone, "Excuse me, love," Could she physically ring the police and say, hang on a minute, he's just called me love, I don't want to be called that?
She could physically ring the police, but nothing would happen.
Well, I hope not. I hope not. Obviously, we don't want that to happen because it's going to that. I feel like it's going that way.
I don't. I've never known anyone get arrested.
So why is it being talked about all over the media, all over the news, all over the papers? Good Morning Britain, you know.
People getting arrested.
No, people talking like, look, I don't want to be labelled he or she. You know, I don't want to.
That's the big topic at the moment, isn't it? That is a big cultural thing at the minute. But it's not really a police thing.
And how would you feel if it got passed by law that you have to label them whatever they want to be called?
It wouldn't matter what I felt. It would be, if it was passed by law, it'd have to be adhered to.
So you would call someone a unicorn if that's what they wanted to be called?
If that's what the law said, I'd have to do.
Yeah, I love that little smile. No, but you get it's getting a little bit crazy, and I really feel like it's going that way, and it's a shame because growing up, and you growing up, I assume it was pretty clear, man, woman, child, what you know. I want everyone to be happy, right? And maybe people could say, well, this is condescending because you're saying you want them to be happy, but if they want to be a unicorn, you're not letting them be happy. I just don't know what's right and wrong anymore, and I'm trying to get clarity by police. And if
that's a culture, it's nothing to do with the police, is it?
Hate crime.
Hate crime, yeah, but not the discussion about what gender would be.
Is that not hate crime? Being talking about gender, then?
It can be.
See what I'm saying? So it can be hate crime.
It could be.
So if I call...
What I'm saying is, whether someone's a male or a female or a unicorn, I don't really understand what it's got to do with the police.
Because you just said it's a hate crime,
I haven't said that. I said it could be.
It could be. So there we go. So it
Depends
could be.
on the context you use it. Depends on.
If I call someone a unicorn and they took offence to it, could I be arrested?
No, you're not going to get arrested for calling someone a unicorn, are you?
I don't know, but you've just said they can be.
In a threatening way, or if you
A tone of voice,
context,
that kind of mannerism.
If you've gone up to someone, let's say wagging your finger, yeah, you could be.
So it's similar to swearing, right? So if I came up to you and said, you bitch, right, in a calm way, I wouldn't be arrested, right? Because even though it's swearing, I've done it in a calm way. It's got to be clear even for swearing. But if I went up to someone like, yeah, bitch,
it could be that, or it could be if you said that and there was a kid there, then that might change it. You know what I mean? It's all. So I know you're saying the law's black and white, but it's not.
It shouldn't be. It should be black and white.
It should. Not. It's context, isn't it? Because you can call me that in private, and I'm not really going to take offence to that. But if you call it with...
I wasn't calling you it, by the way. I just used it as an example.
A stronger word than that, for instance, and there was a group of kids there or a family there, well, that changes things because...
That child might not be prone to swearing.
Yeah.
And you're putting
them, and so that would be looking...
But if the child weren't there, like I say, outside nightclubs and stuff like that, you're in an environment where swearing is going on a lot, you probably wouldn't arrest, but you do see a lot of officers outside nightclubs arrested for public order for swearing.
Do you?
Yeah, there is a few. You know, what about, here's another one. If someone was to put a silly voice on, let's say a silly voice, not aimed at anybody, all right, but like a prank call voice, right, being silly with the voice. If it's not aimed at anybody, could that person be arrested for discrimination or causing someone...
I don't know what you mean by silly voice.
Well, you know, like you hear on Radio 1, they do these prank calls, you know,
right,
you know, hello everybody, all that stuff, right? If you was to act like that, which some people could find offensive, could that person be arrested?
If you were making phone calls, prank phone calls?
If you was, or if you was like talking in a silly voice and someone found it offensive.
Well, no, there needs to be more than just talking in a silly voice. You're allowed to talk in a silly voice.
Right, so regards to if someone interprets that silly voice as potentially is mocking someone who's disabled, say, or someone who's...
Well, that changes things, doesn't it? Because if someone is disabled, or let's say you're using a silly voice, but you're doing it in, I don't know, you've got someone of a different ethnicity, and you're putting a silly voice on, which could be interpreted as mocking their ethnicity.
Yes.
Like a classic kind of...
But that person would have to be there for that to be offensive, wouldn't it?
Well, not necessarily. But...
So if I did it online, so I did a silly voice online, and that silly voice would... it's not a... It was more of a... It's more of a daft voice. It's not aimed at colour of skin or whatever. It's nothing like that. It's more of a silly voice, right? An individual, I don't want to say, but she chose to come onto my live stream to watch my content.
Right.
Yeah. And because she heard this voice, she then rang the police and said, it's hate crime.
And what was the voice?
Do you really want me to do it? Right, okay. I will do it. Listen, it's a character I've created, which I did a ringtone for. It was on and it's called Larry Johnson. And it's like, I can't believe I'm doing this, because it's like, I can give me money. Right. So, that voice, right? That there is obviously a voice which I do online, and a ringtone company reached out to me. I'm on iTunes and stuff. But this one individual rang the police and said it's discriminating against people disabled. Now, as you know, okay, if no one's offended, it's not a hate crime, right?
Well, no, it's not necessarily. It's a hate crime. A hate crime can exist without someone being offended. But what you've just said, from the limited information I know, and you've just told it,
Yeah.
it wouldn't constitute any sort of crime. From what you're saying.
Because it's and because it's
Did you get arrested?
no,
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but because it's like say it's context. Now, if there was a disabled person there and I was doing that to him,
Yeah.
then that's different because that
Yeah,
person's
yeah.
there, right? And you're mocking that person.
And you've potentially got other offences, like
Harassment and yeah. So, but doing that online in the public, and you're not actually. I've not got a picture of someone and saying, this is what I'm doing. You know, like people do Stephen Hawkins. You know that robotic voice that people do. Yeah. That's offensive because that's aiming it towards Stephen Hawkins, right? I look at this. What I do is similar to like Little Britain. You know the Little Britain, the guy in the wheelchair. I like that one, right? You remember him? He's on national TV all over the world, right? So I'm just doing a voice, not actually having a picture or anything. And my argument is obviously free speech, you know, allowing people to have their expression. Yeah. It's funny, it's daft, people enjoy it. And, you know, people enjoy it to a point where people are buying the ringtone. So it's not like I'm aiming it at you, him, her, or whatever.
From what you've said, it's fine. From what you said.
You know what? And one more thing. Are you guys trained for aggression more than you are trained for people being polite?
In what way?
Well, you're so used to people being angry and yeah. So this is, if you've been in the job 20, 30 years, you're only going to be trained in your own mind for aggression, right? Because it's very rarely you get officers, people walking up and giving you roses, right? So what I'm trying to say is, why can we not try and swing that around and try and make it so it's not so you're not trained for aggression and start opening up to the public like we have now? This is brilliant. Like this.
I think because generally, if you've gotten into the police, you're of a certain character generally, and I don't think politeness needs to be trained. It's just inherent in the person.
But does yeah? But if you're
Aggression's out of the ordinary, isn't it? So that's why you need the training for it.
Yeah.
But politeness is just standard, it's just normal. So you don't need to be trained specific for that.
No, I know, but if you're being hit by a stick every single day, you're going to end up becoming a monster, right? If you're being called abuse or every single day, naturally you're going to end up becoming like a monster, or you're going to become not a nice person to be around. Right. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I think so.
So what is it the police are doing to try and, you know, bring you guys back to normality after a year of, you know, non-stop abuse of the public?
Well, there's all sorts. There's like mental health programs.
Is there?
Yeah, it's called Blue Light.
Okay.
There's all sorts. You go to a traumatic incident. There's the process afterwards.
And see, and that helps, right? Because that's what it's about. Because naturally, if you're getting prodded all the time, you're going to become not a nice person to be around because you're going to be angry. But well, you are. Come on.
No, I don't think so.
Do you not think?
I'm not angrier now, and I've done 15 years in the job. And
Have you seen some horrific crimes as well?
The worst you can imagine.
Really?
And it's not made me angrier, or it's not made me a monster.
You're a rare diamond, bro. No, but if you must have a good ground, your family around you, good support people around you to help you to get through that. And that's, I suppose, the key to this, isn't it? Because many officers don't always have that. And sometimes police do take out on the wrong people. And we have seen videos, and you must have seen the videos yourself, where police officers are abusing the powers, you know. And the last question before I let you go, if you've seen a police officer abusing the powers, how would you react?
Well, I would deal with it. I'm a sergeant, for instance, at the moment, so I would deal with it. It depends what was happening.
This is brilliant. Honestly, 2571. Guys, this is what we need. We need this conversation. And thank you so much for being professional. I really mean that. Like, this is more, you didn't need to do this. And I think people will see, like, I did a video once outside Blackburn Police Station. There was a sergeant, again, legend. And this dialogue was so key. And this is what we're getting. Maybe get this message out to the guys and say, look, us auditors, we're not out to cause trouble. I'm not. I mean, we want to try and build the bridge. And I want people to see how good this is, right?
Why do you do it? Is it for like a
I mean, for me, it's not about social media following, because I don't necessarily do it for following. I was a gamer before this, and subscribers were flying in left, right and centre. I think what it is, I've never been in the army, all right? And I feel like it's my duty as a member of public to try and make this country a better place on the streets of what I do. And that starts with the police. And also, if I seen a man once put a knife to a woman's throat whilst doing auditing. Try and guess what I did? I didn't hide the video. I went straight to the police and gave him it, and I sat down as a key witness. And that guy's now in prison. So it's very important to establish what auditing is, for me anyway, and for many auditors. There's a lot of auditors out there, I believe, are out there just to give views and kick off and cause trouble.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, and can I just ask how you feel I've conducted myself? And
No problem at all.
And I think this is what's needed. We want to try and bring the conversation and the dialogue. And do you believe if this was maybe was happening more and more officers would probably dialogue and there'd be more conversation, and maybe this is a good way of doing it instead of maybe the alternative?
It's nice when people aren't antagonistic with it, because a large proportion of what I see is just antagonising officers. So it's things like filming license plates of their cars, things like that, deliberately provoking a reaction. So they get asked what you're doing, and it's the whole legal argument and the whole, are you acting on your oath and all this sort of stuff. And it's just provocative.
I think it's important to hold everyone to account, not just you guys. Everybody needs to hold to account. Nobody's
like the bin men and stuff.
Well, you know, for me, if I send anyone doing wrongdoing, I want to create dialogue with every public servant, right? I want to go out to everybody, bus stations, libraries, counsellors. I want to create dialogue. I want to show the world, not just the UK. I want to show the world, all right? I want to show the world that we have got a good police force. And I hope we do, because there is a lot of stuff in America and France and Germany. Things are kicking off left, right and centre. But can I just ask you this as well? If you now know I'm an auditor, right? If you see my head getting kicked out, you know, getting my head kicked, you know, beat up down there, how would you react?
Well, I couldn't deal with it.
What, giving me a kick as well? No, as an auditor, right? So you would treat me the same, even though I'm an auditor?
Of course. A lot of our victims are criminals the week before.
Wow.
We deal with them the same. We've got to.
So really, as a sergeant, to stay professional at all times is to not take it home with you, right? Leave it at the work and come back as a new day, right? And even if that person's been antagonising, giving you grief, you've just got to learn to drop it. Because there is a lot of officers in my local area who doesn't necessarily like the way I conduct myself, because they're not used to cameras. The most famous person near me is Tyson Fury. He lives there.
Yeah, I was up that way.
Where's in Morecambe way? Yeah, and up that area, and it's all right when the cameras are here, ITV, Sky News, all that. But yet me stood there just telling a story. I want to boots on the ground. You know, that cops on camera. Remember that? Sure. Yeah. That was brilliant because we got to see it. I think that needs to be more, and people need to start seeing that more. Would you agree?
It's fine. I think when it becomes troublesome is when you're quite often, say, dealing with a fight on a Friday or a Saturday night in the street.
There's cameras.
People are sticking cameras in your face. That's when it gets obstructive.
Does it?
It's not helpful.
And like I say, everyone will see how amazing this is. And the last message really is, like you say, give respect where respect is due. Yeah. And dialogue's important. Would you agree on that? And conducting yourself in a good way. Okay, well, and you've seen these auditing videos. Have you ever also...
Lots of them will come up a lot
on the YouTube feed?
I don't admit to having TikTok, but they come up a lot on TikTok. Yeah.
Do they?
I must have a predilection for watching them.
Yeah. I think what it is, it's because you're in the field and you want to see how people conduct themselves.
I don't want to watch police videos.
Do you not?
When I'm off duty.
It's similar when people work at McDonald's, they don't want to eat McDonald's, do they? Because it's kind of that, nah. Oh, wow. Okay, well, listen, you stuck me because I'm not used to police officers being this engaging.
Really?
I
normally don't have time, to be honest.
No, and you've given me so much of your time, and this is almost like I would ring up and have a sit down with. But do you have a team of people who you can ring up, like a media team, where you can maybe sit down and ask all these questions to? Do you have stuff like this?
We have a corporate communications team, which is like what used to be called the press office.
Okay.
That's all I can really think of. But I don't know if they'd sit down and have a chat with you. It's worth asking.
No, brilliant. It's really good, really refreshing, and I'm coming out of Hartlepool with a big smile on my face, because everyone at the moment has just been absolutely fantastic, and that's what we want, right? We want to showcase the good and bad. I just hope there is no more bad from police officers. I think this is going to hopefully make people see and go, you know what? Let's just give them a chance. Not all auditors are like that, by the way, and you've seen, they're not all like that, and the ones who are confrontational, I think, is probably giving the other auditors a bad name.
Yeah. Well, just like the cops who might step out of line, gives the rest of the cops a bad name too.
So we're in the same boat, really. So the message clear, really, is just let's start creating dialogue without confusion. And police officers, please don't abuse your powers, because your cameras are everywhere now. And say with the members of the public, let's just start building this bridge. We're going through a tough time at the moment, aren't we, with everything? And let's try and get through this together instead of as enemies. Yeah. Message, good, clear, that, isn't it? Yeah. Thank you, Sergeant. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. I'm sorry to bother you. Cheers, buddy. All right, there we go, guys. What an awesome sergeant, eh? Very well. Have a great day. Fantastic. Listen, what are we meant to do? You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and kick off with him. This is about dialogue, building bridges, communication, talking. He was willing to answer every single question, going like, This is brilliant. This is what's needed right now. Guys, Hartlepool, Cleveland Police, big respect. Anyway, guys, we're going to leave it there. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, tell your friends and your family to subscribe. Let's get to 100,000 subscribers, baby. We are on TikTok as well. Buzztex clips. And the Discord link is in the description. Go and join that. We're in there every single day, podcasting it. We're smashing it on there. So anyway, big respect. See you all soon. Adios, baby.